Customers are thin on the ground at this Kabul market, and anything but essential food items are proving almost impossible to shift in Afghanistan's capital these days, with the country's banks paralysed and economic activity at a standstill. This shopkeeper tells us his daily sales stand at €2. His daily costs amount to almost €50.
I'm 50 years old and I remember all the different governments this country has had. I've never seen the economy as bad as it is now. The Taliban don't have anything to eat themselves. You see them buying a bunch of bananas to share and eating just one each. If they're going hungry themselves, how are they going to keep the country fed?
2 months have passed since the Taliban captured Kabul and imposed strict limits on bank withdrawals to prevent a run on the banks. These traders' cash reserves are running dangerously low.
There's no business. Everything has just stopped. There's no money and everyone is paralysed. The international community must see how Afghanistan is suffering. I hope these talks bring some kind of positive result, but who knows?
These shopkeepers have banded together to negotiate a rent reduction, but whether that will keep them afloat for much longer is far from clear. Some say they're just a matter of days from closing up shop.
The international community needs to recognise this Taliban government. Otherwise, our money will stay frozen and there won't be any trade. What kind of message are they sending to ordinary Afghans?
For now, at least, the international community is preoccupied with the politics of whether or not to recognise Afghanistan's new Taliban government. But if the current situation continues for much longer, the politics might soon be overtaken by a humanitarian crisis on a scale few could have anticipated.
Our business is finished. We're struggling to pay the rent on our shop. Those are the kind of things that you hear in Kabul day in and day out from shopkeepers. While most people here are probably not following the details of the talks in Moscow, one thing they very certainly are feeling are the impacts of Afghanistan's frozen bank accounts and an economic crisis that have left many here struggling to put food on the table.
So much so that for many here the economy has now overtaken security as their #1 concern, something that would have been unthinkable just a few months ago.